Hey guys, I am the TheComixkid2099, and this is a special kind of video. I wanted to talk about a couple of my New Year's resolutions. Now, ordinarily I don't really do New Year's resolutions. I am the kind of person I feel like if I am a terrible human scumbag in May, then I need to change that about myself in May. I don't need to wait until the very end of the year to decide there are some things about my life that I don't like and I am going to change. However, there are a few things, and I'm not going to say that they are very huge things, about my geek habits, I guess you could say, that I am going to try and alter a little bit for the coming year. Now, I mentioned one of them in my video yesterday. For the month of January, I am going to try my hardest not to buy any more comic books, because, as you can see behind me, all the comic books that are not standing upright, I haven't read those yet. And there's a whole bunch more behind me on the lower levels of that shelf that I have not yet read. So I'm going to try to spend the month of January at least paring that group of piles down a little bit. I know I'm still going to have a lot of graphic novels left to read at the end of January, but depending on how many books that I'm able to read over the course of the next month, I may or may not continue my ban on buying books for myself on into February. I really just want to get as many of these books read and put standing upright with the other read books as I can before I decide that I can justify buying more books for myself. The other thing also somewhat pertains to my geeking habits. This year, I went to, I believe, every single superhero movie that came out in theaters this year. And out of all of the movies that I went to see, two of them I was not really excited to go see. Those two movies would include Iron Man 3 and Thor: The Dark World. Now, if you watched my reviews of those movies, at the end of the day, I think I enjoyed Iron Man 3 more than most people. Maybe not as well as some of the hardcore defenders of the movie, but I did enjoy it pretty well. I wasn't offended by the twist at the end that a lot of people just lose sleep at night hating on, but I thought that it was a pretty decent movie. I ended up enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would. This is partly because I'm not an Iron Man fan, and also I am not the kind of person that wants to make babies with the Marvel Cinematic Universe like everyone else in the world. And the other movie was Thor: The Dark World, which I really hated a lot more than everyone else. I've actually seen very few people who had the similar problems that I had with the movie. So I guess I'm just one of those very few people who hated the movie, and I'm okay if everyone else disagrees with me on this. But after coming away from Thor: The Dark World, I realized, you know what, I wasn't going into this movie expecting to like it, and I really want to change that. I don't want to go to a movie just because it's expected that all comic book fans are going to go to movies. Now, that's not really the reason that I go to all of these movies. I actually go because I watch a lot of videos. I have a lot of friends on Facebook that are fans of comic books and comic book movies. I'm also perusing a lot of different websites where spoilers tend to pop up. Now, I try to avoid spoilers if it's something that I plan on seeing. And most of the time, I plan on seeing all the superhero movies. Now, if it was up to me, I would never go to the theater because I really hate it. I don't like paying $8 or $9 for a movie ticket. I don't like not being able to pause it to go use the restroom or turning the volume up or down as needed. I don't like any of those luxuries that are afforded to you if you go and buy the DVD, at which point you can watch the movie as many times as you want without having to pay more money, which you would have to do if you wanted to watch the movie a second time in the theater. So no, I don't really like the theater, but the only reason that I go to see these movies on opening day no less is because some jerkhole on Facebook is going to spoil something huge and I don't want to be spoiled, even on the movies that I'm not really all that jazzed to see in the first place. But that is going to stop from now on. Starting in 2014, I am only going to go and watch the movies that I'm actually excited to see. Now, fortunately for me, that's not really going to make a huge change in my schedule this year. I'm still pretty excited to see Captain America: The Winter Soldier, although admittedly less so after finding out a certain factoid about the movie. I am hugely pumped to see X-Men: Days of Future Past, despite all of my whining and grumbling about the movie for the last year or so. And I'm really excited to see the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, even though I know next to nothing about the Guardians of the Galaxy compared to some other people who are going to go watch the movie. The only superhero movie that I'm really not especially 100% on board with right now is the Amazing Spider-Man sequel. And I'm still going to see that movie, again, because I kind of want to spite the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yeah, it may sound a little immature of me, but I really cannot stand the Marvel Cinematic Universe, partly because of all the hype that everyone else in the world has generated for that little corner of superhero movies. So, whenever there's a superhero movie that does not come from that corner of Hollywood, I am going to go and give it my dollar, even if I am not 100% behind all of the stuff going on. In this case, I really don't think this movie is going to succeed because it has 3 supervillains. There has never ever been a superhero movie that has succeeded with that much stuff going on. So no, I don't think that the Amazing Spider-Man movie is going to be all that fantastic of a movie, but I'm still going to go see it because I really did enjoy the Amazing Spider-Man movie a lot more than I thought I would, and I'm hoping to have a lot of that same stuff that I liked from the first movie going on in the sequel. So this year, all of the movies that I'm actually planning on seeing, I'm considerably more excited about than the movies that I was not excited about for 2013. It's probably going to be in 2015 when this New Year's resolution of mine starts to come back and I have to test myself. And you may be wondering, what are you going to do about the spoilers that you see online? From now on, anyone who spoils a movie a week or 2 after the movie gets blocked. I don't care if they are my dearest friend that I've known from the womb, they are going to get blocked. I am sick and tired of people assuming that just because 2 weeks have passed since the movie first debuted, that it is okay to ruin major facts about a movie. This includes movies that I have seen. For example, Thor: The Dark World, which I remind you was a movie that I did not like. I saw someone on Facebook decide to spoil a huge part of the end of the movie on Facebook maybe a week after the movie came out in America. So even though I had seen the movie, I blocked that sucker because I am not going to put up with this crap anymore. This is what ruined the Avengers for me. A gigantic moment in the Avengers was ruined, and I couldn't even help it. I was scrolling through my news feed, and in the comments of one of the things that I have liked on Facebook, some jerkhole had ruined a major scene in the Avengers. This is going to stop. From now on, if I see any spoilage, even the slightest hint of spoilage, I am blocking that person. I just don't have the patience to deal with these kinds of people who are so incredibly selfish that they think they are the only ones who matter, and if they don't get spoiled, then it doesn't matter that everyone else does. So that's all I have here, guys. Just 2 resolutions concerning this channel mostly. You are probably not going to see a great deal of change in this channel. I'm still going to review the stuff that I read that I think is reviewable. I'm still going to review the movies that I go to see at the theater. It's probably just going to be in 2015 and beyond that you're really going to see a difference in my driving home reviews from the movies. And that's about it. Really, this is going to affect me more than it does this channel and the people who watch this channel. So, that's all I have here. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have a great 2014. I am planning on having a super year. I hope that you guys had a great 2013. And if you have your own New Year's resolutions that you would like to share, put them in the comments below or make your own videos and then tell me, hey, go check out my own video because the video response thing doesn't work anymore. And if you like this video, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I will be back tomorrow with an entirely different kind of video. So until then, have a great rest of the day. I'll catch you later.